Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Today is a kind of a fun video. We are going to answer one of your most asked questions, and also one of the questions that we researched the most when we were doing our van build. So today we're going to tell you
how much our van build cost.
How much our van build cost.
Down to the very last penny.
The last penny. But let's get started.
So we just want to start off by saying that this doesn't include labor cost. We did all of this work ourselves. Every screw, every board, literally every piece of this van, Jana and I did. And so it would obviously cost a lot more if you had your van built out somewhere, or if you guys do it yourself, it can still look differently depending on where you are and that kind of stuff. So
yeah, that's a really good point. We spent countless hours not only on actually building the van, but also researching how to build everything in the van.
True.
So lots of time and energy goes into those things. So even though the number might not look as big, it still takes a lot of time. So
exactly.
Just things to think about.
So just some things to think. We'll start off with just saying how much our van costs. So we were able to get our van used. Obviously, it's a 2012. But we also bought our van wrecked. So we got it at a dealership about an hour and a half away from our hometown. And it had been rear-ended. So we were able to talk the guy down significantly on price. So we got our van for $10,500.
Which is a steal.
Which is a steal. And so like the original asking price was $14,000 and we talked them down that far. So you can find deals. This is a little uncommon right now with COVID, finding a van for that cheap, but they are out there. Look every single day, all day. So, and then our next category we're going to go to is the exterior of the van and the cost of fixing the van, all the accident and everything. So that includes doors and windows. We put in, we had to replace the two back doors because our van had been rear-ended. We had to replace some of the bumper support. We put a new window in, well, not a new window. We put a window in the sliding door, this window behind us, and got two new doors with windows already in them. So with that, the like paint and primer and material that it took to install and fix everything, that cost us $443.70.
Which is also a steal. Tell them about where we got our windows.
That's true. So our windows, the average window for sprinters right now is around like $300 for just one window, and so we got all of our windows from a junkyard. The same junkyard I pulled the pieces off to fix the van. So we got a factory sliding window. This is a CR Lawrence window, and our two back windows are also factory Mercedes windows. And we got all of those for $300. So
crazy.
Go to junkyards, look around, search around, find used parts. They're in most times they're in very good shape. So do what you can to find used parts.
So the next section is going to be climate control. So this is our first bigger section. It'll cost a little bit more money. So this includes both of our air fans, max air fans, our heater, our insulation, our window coverings, and then all of the supplies that it took to install all of those things. So that total comes down to $1,047.66.
Which is also very good.
Very good. Also,
so Jana made our window covers. They're Reflectix with magnets and like fabric sewn over them. And our two max air fans we were able to get as like an open box deal on Amazon.
Yeah.
So somebody had bought them and then returned them, so we were able to get them a little cheaper that way. Next category.
All right, moving on to our floor. So this price includes the flooring, like the actual tongue and groove that we used, and then also all the trim that we used to make it look nice and neat. So that was $62.29. Not bad.
Not bad. It helps that the van is pretty small. Like we didn't hardly need any flooring.
Very true, very true. 70 square feet? Something like that.
Something like that.
Small. All right, moving on to our ceiling. So our ceiling is actually one of our most complimented parts of our van, probably. Yeah, people really like it. We really like it too. So this price includes the stain that we use to cover it, and then also the tongue and groove that we use to actually build it. So that is $55.23.
Bingo.
Bingo, bingo.
It doesn't take much to make wood look pretty. All right, next category is now we're starting to get into kind of the bigger areas of the van. So this one is our kitchen, and that includes like our sink, our faucet, our propane cooktop, our fridge, the cabinets we used, and like the butcher block and everything. So with all of that and its furnishings, it came out to $2,192.84. And you guys can definitely do this one cheaper than we did. I was so sick of building cabinets that we went to Lowe's and bought just like pre-made cabinets
For the
lower cabinets, and those alone were $300.
Yeah.
So you can totally build them, and if you do that, if you build them yourself, you can get ones that fit your need a little more specific. We were kind of stuck with what they had.
Yeah. Although it was really nice, we got it done in one day, which is unheard of in a van. But also, if you do end up going that route, this wood is a lot heavier, just because of it's meant for a house. So keep that in mind if like for weight distribution and stuff. Just side note.
Our next category is our kind of bathroom shower area. So for that, we have a Thetford cassette toilet. That was in itself $178. But then we also have our outdoor shower, and with everything all together, that comes out to $248.65.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
For a bathroom.
Not bad for a bathroom. Half of it's outside, so maybe it is bad. We don't know.
Right.
The next category kind of is lumped into bathroom and kitchen. It's all of our plumbing. So that includes all of the PEX tubing, all the clamps, the vinyl tubing, the water tanks, everything, all that kind of stuff, including our water pumps too. So that category comes out to $390 exactly.
Whoa.
Which is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Next up, we have the bedroom, which really is just our mattress. It was a foam mattress. This was actually my personal favorite part of the van build because we got to cut it with an electric bread knife.
It was so
fun, yeah. So we got that online, right? Amazon?
Yeah, Amazon. We bought a king size and then used the scrap for our bench.
Yeah, that's true. So that total came out to $151.33. 33 cents. So the next category is our solar. So a lot went into this. This is a very one of the most expensive parts of our van. So this includes our 4 100-watt solar panels on the roof, our inverter. This also includes our batteries. We have 2 200 amp hour AGM batteries. And this also includes anything else that we needed to make the solar work. So this total comes out to $2,188.16.
Very expensive. Electrical is by far the most expensive part in our van and most vans,
yeah.
The rest of the electrical system, so this is our ceiling lights, light switches, LED lights, all the wire it took to wire everything in the van, breaker boxes, fuse blocks, just all that kind of stuff. That one came out to $726.36. So together with the solar, that puts that at around $3,000 just by itself.
Moving on to wood. So this is kind of a more broad category, but this includes all of the wood that we used for our walls, our upper cabinets, our furring strips, all that kind of stuff. So all of our trim as well. So that comes out to $482.13. Also kind of a lot.
Not that bad though.
Not that bad, yeah.
So now, coming after the wood, then our next category is hardware, which is all the screws, all the nails, our gas struts, and just like the metal strapping we use to hold our water tank down, all that kind of stuff. This stuff comes out to $145.54. So those little tiny screws add up after a while.
Yeah, that's true. Next, we have a kind of more miscellaneous category. So this is stuff like sandpaper, paint, any command hooks that we use in the van, the carpet that we use to cover up the siding on our van, and then like brackets and stuff. So this total comes out to $219.05. It's crazy how much like all these little things add up, because you spend $2 on a command hook and then you buy like a bunch of them.
And then it's $200.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, we're getting down to the last two categories, and this one has a little caveat with it. So this one is our tools. So these are specific tools we had to buy to do the van build. We're very lucky. I have a background in construction and just had a lot of tools in general as it was. So I had 90% of the tools to do this job, so we really didn't need to buy that many. But this includes like a pocket hole jig, a special brad nailer that would fit in certain places, some crimp tools for the big battery wires and the like solar wires, that kind of stuff. So really kind of specific tools we needed, but that comes out to $383.38. So depending on how many tools you guys have at your disposal, this price can totally look different.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something we always warn people about before they build a van, because even if you can afford and have the knowledge to build a van for pretty inexpensive, if you don't have the tools, it will get very expensive very quickly. So we were super lucky to keep that cost very low, because the saw that we use is like $200 in itself, maybe three. Yeah,
just by itself.
Just one of them. So yeah. Just a little
We met some girls in Jackson Hole that built theirs with just a circular saw and a drill. So power to you.
Yeah, you can do it. They basically slept in their empty van in Home Depot parking lot.
Yeah.
For months until they built it. So you can
in
do
Florida,
it.
So you can do
That's true, yeah.
In our last category, I just added up all the tax for everything. This includes the tax when we bought the van as well. So that's a pretty big portion of the tax. But all the tax for everything we bought comes out to $795.50. So we're just there's a lot. There's a lot that goes into building the van.
Yeah, we wanted to include that because that number will look different depending on where you are. So that $700 is a lot added to the bill.
Almost $800.
Almost $800. Yeah, that's crazy. So it could be more or less depending on where you live.
For all of those categories, we sat down, added them up, put them in our Excel spreadsheet, and the total for our conversion comes out to $9,531.82. So that's how much our specific conversion cost. So now the total price of our conversion, including the van, is
$20,031.82.
So we didn't quite keep it under that $20,000 mark like we wanted to, but
not bad though.
We only went over by $31, so I would say that's pretty good.
That's a win, yeah.
But
real quick, a couple things to keep in mind. We were fortunate enough to have built our van before the COVID pandemic, so now lumber's
very expensive.
Very expensive. So this number, unfortunately, if you're building a van now, is going to be
probably much higher.
Much higher, yeah. And also
just vans are getting way more expensive.
Yeah.
So people, we met quite a few people over this last few months that have their jobs have been switched to remote, and so they bought vans and converted them and now drive around. So van life is getting so much more popular, and the price for vans is really skyrocketing. Like our van fixed, not wrecked, would probably go for closer to $18,000 right now.
That's crazy.
So really, things are getting expensive, but good deals are out there. So always look.
Yeah,
look
you can do it.
every day, all day. Try and find a van.
Yeah, and feel free to DM us on Instagram too. We are happy to help with any questions you guys have when you're looking for a van especially. So yeah.
Yeah, let us know. If you guys have any questions on what specific things cost, feel free to put them down in the comments. If you guys like this video, obviously give it a thumbs up. If you are wanting to get some more content from us, hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you guys sticking with us and watching this, and we hope you enjoy it. And we'll see you in the next one.
See ya!